Watching this. I'm Mackenzie91K, and in today's video, if you could not tell, over here we have a brand new bookcase. Hold on. Wow. Okay, so if you guys were not here like a few months ago, I think it was in September, I done like a full-blown organizing my books. I did not have nowhere near as many books as I do now. My book collection since then, honestly, probably is close to doubling what I had then, and that's just been like 6 months ago, maybe even less than that. But anyway, in today's video, we're going to be doing that again. My bookshelf collection is crazy. Let me see if I can show you guys. My whole bed is full of books. And also, these are more books. There's more books in the bookshelf. There's more books over there in that bookshelf. And then I have another bookshelf over there full of books. Anyway, let's get on into the video.
If I could tell you I would.
It ain't going nowhere.
Woo! Hello, so I quickly wanted to say I'm missing footage of the top shelf, which is the Harry Potter shelf, but you'll see it in the end. But just be aware that there was footage at some point of the Harry Potter shelf up at the top, but I have no idea where that footage went. The next shelf we have is the Shadowhunter shelf, and I don't have all the Shadowhunter books because I'm still missing a few in the Mortal Instruments, and I don't have the Dark Artifices or the novella books. So let's start with the Infernal Devices. We have Clockwork Angel, Clockwork Prince, and Clockwork Princess. Then we have the Mortal Instruments, which I only have the first three: City of Bones, City of Ashes, City of Glass. And then I have the Last Hour series. I just got these. I have the collector's first edition of Chain of Gold, and I have the normal version of Chain of Iron, which it also says collector's first edition, but there's nothing really special in here, so I'm really confused. And then Chain of Thorns is coming next Thursday. I have it pre-ordered, but for right now, that is my Shadowhunter shelf. And then moving on down, this is going to be my This is going to be my Sarah J. Maas shelf. I have all of the Throne of Glass books except for two of them, and that is Assassin's Blade and Kingdom of Ash. First of all, we have Throne of Glass, which is going to go over here. Then we have Crown of Midnight. Then we have Heir of Fire. Then we have Queen of Shadows. We have Tower of Dawn, Empire of Storms, and then we have the ACOTAR books. I only have the first 3 ACOTAR books. Oops. On the bottom, we're going to put A Court of Wings and Ruin, which is the 3rd book. Then we have A Court of Mist and Fury, which is the book I'm on. And then we have A Court of Thorns and Roses. I think I will have to make another Sarah J. Maas shelf whenever I start reading the Crescent City series. The next shelf, I'm going to do Leigh Bardugo's books. So, first of all, Shadow and Bone, classic. We love Shadow and Bone. Then we're going to do Siege and Storm, and of course, Ruin and Rising. Funny story, I got the old covers from my library, and I seen that they had the old covers, and I was like, can I please trade my new covers for the old covers? Because these old covers, I mean, they're in great condition. So I was like, can I please trade them? And they were like, sure. And I was like, okay. So I now have the old covers. Then we're going to do Demon in the Wood, which is the graphic novel that is about the Darkling, and I'm very excited to read that. I haven't read that yet. Then we're going to do the Six of Crows duology, which is Six of Crows and Kingdom of Ash. And then I have the King of Scars duology in hardback. So we have King of Scars, Rule of Wolves, and of course, Knife House. The next shelf, I'm going to do the Shatter Me series. Shatter Me, Unravel Me, Ignite Me, Restore Me, Define Me, and Imagine Me.
I've decided to put Percy Jackson sideways and do duologies. That one I need to read because I know I'm going to love these and my favorite duology of all time. But we're going to do Percy Jackson first. The Last Olympian on the bottom. Then we're going to do Battle of the Labyrinth. Then we're going to do Titan's Curse. And then Sea of Monsters and The Lightning Thief, which is arguably my favorite book in this series. Then we're going to do the Daughter of the Pirate King duology. My favorite duology of all time. Very cheesy, but also very good. So we're going to do Daughter of the Pirate King, Daughter of the Siren Queen, and we're also going to do the Dance of Thieves duology as well. We're going to do Dance of Thieves and Vow of Thieves. So this shelf on the bottom for now, I'm going to put my Caraval books here. Oh, and I'm going to put my Red Queen books here as well. And I'm also going to put my beautiful UK edition of Once Upon a Broken Heart down there as well. Let's do Red Queen, Glass Sword, King's Cage, and War Storm. And then on this side, we're going to start with Once Upon a Broken Heart. So I'm going to put Once Upon a Broken Heart over here. I'm going to do Finale, Legendary, Caraval. I could put something in the middle. What are we putting in the middle, guys? Okay, so the thing I'm going to put here in the middle is I have the whole Harry Potter series, and these are the books that I'm going to read because I like reading paperbacks better than I do hardcovers, but I have the whole Harry Potter series in paperback. When I was thrifting my hardbacks, I ordered them from eBay, but instead of sending me hardbacks, someone sent me paperbacks. So I got to keep this whole series because they refunded me and they just let me keep them. But I bought a couple of these on Amazon, but other than that, majority of these are thrifted. So we have Deathly Hallows, The Half-Blood Prince, we have Order of the Phoenix, Goblet of Fire, Prisoner of Azkaban, Chamber of Secrets, Sorcerer's Stone. And that's one bookshelf done. Okay, so we have now made it over here to where I put all of my romance books. I did swap out. I had this shelf over there. This shelf I was going to get rid of. I decided to keep it because I don't have a ton of romance books. I think having a 3-tier shelf will hold all of my romance books. So the first books I want to put up here, I'm going to put my Addicted / Calloway Sisters books. I only have one physical copy of a Calloway Sisters book right now because I'm waiting on the new releases. So I have Addicted to You. I also have Ricochet. So then we have Addicted After All. Then we have Thrive. I just called this Addicted After All, didn't I? It's Addicted for now, not Addicted After All. And then we have Addicted After All, which is the final book in the Addicted series. And then I have Fuel the Fire. Now we can do the Twisted series, and we can put them this way. So the first book I have is Twisted Love. Then we have Twisted Games and Twisted Hate. I don't have Twisted Lies yet. So I have The Fine Print by Miss Lauren Asher. And I have Throttled. Then we have Things We Never Got Over by Lucy Score, one of my favorite romance books. By a Thread is also really good in case you guys were wondering, and it can go here. Oh, we'll put Icebreaker by Hannah Grace up here. Let's go on down to the next shelf. The second shelf, I think we should do all of my like fun cartoony books. So The Spanish Love Deception, then we can do The Summer of Broken Rules, Love on the Brain, The Love Hypothesis, The Unhoneymooners by Christina Lauren. Then we could do the old cover of Love and Other Words, Every Summer After. And we can do The Summer I Turned Pretty, It's Not Summer Without You, and We'll Always Have Summer. The X-Talk, Love and Gelato, It Ends With Us, A Brush with Love we can put right there. So for Emily Henry books, I have the mass market paperback of Beach Read. Why, I don't know, but I have it and I need to get the regular cute one. I have Book Lovers and The People We Meet on Vacation. I have 2 Tessa Bailey books. I have My Killer Vacation and It Happened One Summer. I'm going to also put The Cheat Sheet and the Dylan here as well. And I'm also gonna wiggle in Emergency Contact. I do have some more romance books that I'm gonna put at the bottom, so let me get rid of these fantasy books that are currently sitting down here.
It's between us, no, it's just honesty, even if it hurts.
On the bottom here, we are going to put my seasonal romance books down here. And we're going to start with my fall/Halloween books. We're going to do Binding 13 down here on the bottom. This is a brick of a book. Anyway, we'll put Binding 13 down here. Then we'll do The Ex-Hex and The Kiss Curse. Not the Witch You Wed. Angelica Frankenstein Makes Her Match, which was a very funny book. The Dead Romantics. And then we have my Christmas themed books. The Mistletoe Motive. All I Want for Christmas. So we're going to put Daisy Jones down here. We'll do Where the Crawdads Sing. And we can also do We Were Liars. And that's it. Okay, so this is the next shelf. Up here is just going to kind of stay the same. I just have my Cruel Prince series up here, along with How the King of Elfame Learned to Hate Stories. Then on down, this shelf still needs a little bit of work done to it. Shelf of the day. The rest of these books are pretty much not completed series. Yeah, but other than that, this is the rest of my books. So let's go ahead and put them on the shelf. So I do want to display the third Kingdom of the Wicked book, but I don't have that book yet. We're just gonna go and then I'm gonna rearrange. But I first have Kingdom of the Wicked, and then I have Kingdom of the Cursed. So this series is the Daughter of Smoke and Bone trilogy. And we have Daughter of Smoke and Bone, Days of Blood and Starlight, and then Dreams of Gods and Monsters. And then that's probably all that's going to be able to fit on that shelf. So, like I said, the rest of these books are pretty much just standalones. And I do have some Margaret Rogerson books that I'm going to put together. Let's go ahead and put the Zodiac Academy in here. And then we can put the Vampire Academy in here. And then we can do Nature of Witches. We can then do Wicked of the Deep. And then we can do these two Tessa Odette books that I have. The first one I have Curse of the Wolf King. And then I also have Heart of the Raven Prince. In the, I think it's Tangled with Fae. I think that's the series. The first book in the School for Good and Evil. Oh, and I also have Stalking Jack the Ripper by Carrie Maniscalco. I also have all my Margaret Rogerson books. We can put The Mysteries of Thorn Manor. This is the novella that just released. We can put that there. And then we can put Sorcery of Thorns next to it. And then we can do Enchantment of Ravens. We can do For the Wolf, Fortuna Sworn. And then we can do House of Hollow as well. And honestly, we could fit one more in there if it's really tiny. We could do To Kill a Kingdom. It'll wiggle its way in there. So that's all for that shelf. Let's go on down a shelf. I also want to put Priority on this shelf. And Priority takes up a ton of room. So we have Priority of the Orange Tree. Okay, so we'll do Twin Crowns, Belladonna, A Magic Steeped in Poison, A Good Girl's Guide to Murder, Truly Devious, and the second book in the Truly Devious series, Vanishing Stare. We're going to scoot these over for a second, and we're going to put my Dark Academia books that I have, which is A Deadly Education and If We Were Villains. Let's go with Defy the Night by Bridge Kimmer. A Curse So Dark and Lonely, also by Bridge Kimmer. Let's see if they'll all fit. So that's got that shelf. Okay, so moving on down to my last two shelves that I have. Violet Made of Thorns, Twilight down here as well. We can also put Ember of Ashes down here as well. And then we can do We Hunt the Flame, The Wrath and the Dawn. And then we can do The Night Circus.